Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So, yeah, we've been heading sideways for quite a few days. You can pretty much count it from there, and that's pretty much for the last 7 trading days we've been moving sideways. We have defended this 30,000, so again we've closed up above it. We're going to look at the lower time frames to see if we've actually tested it. We could argue that this, when was this? This was Monday. No, sorry, it was Friday. So we could argue that this Friday was the retest, and it was successful. You know, this closed below it, which is what bugged me yesterday. And then, obviously, yesterday we've had this massive engulfing bar. So, you know, is that level defended? And you can see pretty clearly here. I close below, move up, and you can see still no real retest of that level. But I suppose we could argue that this little rounding bottom that is forming here is the retest of that level, and it is a higher low. Because you can see here we were trying to break through, and that's a low, and then here we've kind of broken through, and the low's higher, you know, sort of a higher low. Anyway, I'm not entirely convinced, let me put it to you that way, but we have to trade what we see at the moment, and what I see right now is a potential move to the upside. So although we are still above and below the moving average, you can see pretty volatile above and below the moving average. The fact that we've formed 2 higher lows here, there's our previous low, higher low, higher low. Remember, we're on the 3-hour chart at the moment, so you've got to take that kind of information from the higher time frames as a pretty strong signal. Next thing I want to do is just pick up this 30,218 or 3220, because that's looking to me like a line in the sand right now. And if we just head down to the hour, we should start seeing opportunities for ourselves. Okay, big down, big up, big confusion. Let's not lose sight of that. Also above and below the moving average, ranging, big confusion. However, if we just eliminate all the FUD to the left, what happened yesterday, we had 4 hours of pretty impressive bullish price action, and then we have formed this little triangle or flag or wedge or whatever you want to refer to it as. For me, it's pretty much a consolidation pattern. It doesn't really matter what you want to call it, but it is a consolidation pattern, and I'm looking for a breakout. And these kind of consolidation patterns after a strong move typically break to the upside. Okay, so I think for me right now there are 2 levels to be watching. And actually I'm going to use a block for this one, because this one is pretty big. Okay, so you can see this area of consolidation here. You can see what price has been doing here in the past. And then that would also kind of come back onto the bottom. So if I do that, you'll see it starts forming a more well-defined flag or a channel. Okay, so for me, back into this zone here would be ideal, and that is 31.23 to 30.074. And as you remember, last week we were looking at 30.084 as a level that we're looking for a retest after the breakout. So that's slap bang in the middle of that area. Okay, so that would be first price for me for buying. Second price is going to be a break of this area here of 30,220, break, retest of that, and that can happen on a 15 or 20 minute chart as far as I'm concerned, and then we're looking for an opportunity to move the upside. Last thing about this is we do have this high here, which is 30,300. So ultimately 30,300 needs to break. So yeah, once that's broken, we've got pretty much clear sailing higher, and at that point we will start coming back down onto the higher time frames and start looking for a breakout of this big consolidation pattern here, which is the triangle. Okay, and that is pretty much a measured move of this original rally. So that kind of my view today. I just want to finish off on the 8 hour, and you can see how the buyers are stepping in here off the 8 hour moving average. So ultimately we're looking for breakouts, and the breakout that we currently want to happen is 30,000 to, well, it should be 30,300 is the ultimate level we want to break out. We can get that breakout, then you have at least, I'm going to be a little bit conservative here, but you have at least the height of this consolidation pattern as your target, and wouldn't be surprised to see it being a round number, 31,300. So 31,000 obviously first, and then 31,300 would be your next level. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps you, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.